Hi friends, welcome to SQL with Akash. Today we will work with the select command. This command is used to show data from an existing table. So to use this select statement, we first need to create a table and we need to place our table in a database. So we will also create a database. Let's start our MySQL server first that we had installed and get started with the commands. I will search with MySQL in the search box. And then click on this command line client. It will open this window where we need to put in our password to log in. I have entered the password and I am in now. To create a database, we will write the command create database followed by the name of the database that we want to create. I want to name my database as prac_cs, therefore I have used this name. All the commands in SQL have to be terminated by a semicolon at the end. Therefore, I will put a semicolon at the end of this statement and then I will press the enter key. It shows query OK, one row affected. This means that the query ran perfectly. So the database has been created. To verify if the database has been created successfully, we will retrieve the list of the databases. To do that, we will write show databases. Again a semicolon at the end and we'll press the enter key. So this is the list of databases that we have. We can see our database name prac_cs in this list. Thus, it has been created. Here it is. Now, we want to create our table inside this database. Therefore, we will have to go inside this database of ours, for which we will write the use database command. Thus, use followed by the database name that we want to use. Here, it is the database that we created prac_cs. Again a semicolon at the end and I will press enter. It says database changed. Therefore, now we are in the database prac_cs now. To create a table, we use create table command, and to insert values inside the table, we use the insert command. These commands will be discussed in different video, for which you will find a link in the description box. Now, there are some commands in the description box of this video that I just want you to copy and paste here. Those commands will create the table and populate data inside it. So, as of now, I want you to copy the first set of commands, paste it in this window and press enter. That command will create a table, but there will be no data inside it. Only the structure of the table will be created. I have the commands in another file, so I will copy from there and paste it inside this window. This is the create table command. I am copying and I will paste it inside this window now. It says query OK, 0 rows affected. This means that the query ran perfectly. Therefore, our table should be created by now. The table that we have created is club. Now that the table has been created, we should be able to see it in the list of tables in our database prac_cs. As this is the new database that we have created and we have created only one table club inside it, so the list of tables should contain only our table club. Let's check now. To see the list of tables inside our database, we will have to type the command show tables. This lists the tables inside our database and thus only club in our case. But we have not yet added data to our table. So our table is empty as of now. To add the desired data to our table, I want you to copy the second set of statements from the description box of this video. Paste it in this window and press enter. This set of statements contains the insert command to add data to our table. Let me do it from my file now. These are the insert commands. I have copied and I am pasting here. Now all these commands have executed perfectly. These would have added data to our table, which now will have the following 5 columns. The first column would be GCode, which will be game code and will have integer data. The second column will be GameName. This will have the name of the game and it will be like a string. The third column will be number. This will denote the number of people enrolled for that game and will have integer data. The fourth column will be fees, which will represent the fees of the game and will have integer data. The fifth column will be the starting date, which will represent starting date of that game having date type of data. Now that we know that our table has been created, we want to see our complete table. For that, we use the select command. We will write select star from followed by the table name, which is club in our case, and semicolon to terminate the query. Then enter. You can see the output now. The contents of the whole table are displayed now. There are 6 rows which span horizontally left to right. We refer to them as rows, records or tuples of a table. Example, the first row has 101, Carom 2, 5000, 2004-01-23. The second row contains 102, Badminton 2, 12,000, 2003-12-12. Similarly, we can take a look at the third, fourth, fifth and sixth rows. There are 5 columns spanning vertically from top to bottom. We refer to them as columns, attributes or fields. Example, GCode, GameName, number, fees and starting date. The whole table is referred to as we know it already as a table or a relation. Now, if we want to select data of a particular column or multiple columns, then we will have to replace the star in the select query that we wrote by the name of the column or columns separated by commas. This will display the data of a particular column or multiple columns in the order that we specify. So, suppose that I want to print data of only the column fees. Then I will write the command select fees from club. And we are able to see the required output. Only the data from the column fees is displayed. Suppose we want to display data from GameName and GCode columns, and that too in this particular order, which is different from the original order of the columns of the table. So we will write the column names in the order we want to display the data in. Select GameName GCode from club. We can see that GameName is coming first, followed by GCode from the table. There is one thing to note in all the queries that we wrote. It does not matter if we are using small letters or capital letters to write the query. This is because SQL is case insensitive. So even if the name of the column is GCode, as in capital G and capital C, we can write GCode as small g, capital C, then all small ODE, or small g and C and then capital ODE, or in any other way in our query. SQL will be able to retrieve data correctly from our table, just the spelling should be correct. So we have a good understanding of how to use the select command to retrieve all data or some columns data from a table. We will take it forward in the next video. Do subscribe to my channel and like this video. If you face any doubts, do mention in the comments. I will resolve your issues there only. Thanks for watching and have a great day. Until then, bye.